Hello, it's another fantastic Tuesday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Afolabi-Brown. As always, I have my lovely co-hosts here. Hi, ladies.
Hello. Good morning.
Jimmy in the building.
I was naughty this morning, so I'm going to be very gentle because I have to go back there and go and bake them well.
FRSC, right? Federal Safety. What happens?
Really, honestly, I assume that there are cars that have speaker phones so that you don't use you're not holding a mobile phone. Yeah. So I always put my phones on speaker when I'm inside the car. But they said you're not even supposed to make phone call at all. And that's because it distracts you. They say it distracts you. Regardless
you should use, because what I thought was that you're supposed to always use your earpiece.
Okay, well, we'll have to verify.
You see,
we have
our general laws.
Phone number, we'll ask him.
Yeah.
How are you doing, Topsy?
I'm tired. It's a whole lot of work to put together an event.
That's true. Sexually confident woman.
What I'm learning, like I wrote a proposal letter yesterday. I think I sent it to you people to prefer. I did it by myself. I showed my husband when I didn't get a reply. He was like, are you sure they did not help? I said, they did not write anything. I wrote it by myself.
Right.
And
but you've gotten some tutelage in a few weeks. Come on.
Let me praise myself. I've gotten much better, and there's lesson to be learned in every challenge you're faced.
True.
You face, and I'm looking forward to a very good event.
Fantastic.
All things would click at the right time.
Amen. Amen.
Uwa, what's up?
How you doing? I'm fine. I'm sitting in for YK. She's apologizing. She's so sorry. She was on set. The soap opera she's doing, she was on set from early yesterday till late last night, and she's really tired.
Yeah.
Everybody has been asking how come YK didn't come on our what's it called now? The anniversary. Normally she wouldn't come on Monday, so I mean,
I don't think people are used to that.
people are not sure yet, but she doesn't come on Monday.
Mariah,
I'm battling what's it called, malaria. My son just started throwing up because I'm not used to my children falling ill. As in, I have never gone to the hospital, say, oh, they are ill or something. So I'm trying to, I had to call you yesterday, please, which hospital do you use? I didn't want to go to my hospital, but I went to my hospital yesterday. The lab attendant was so much in awe. He said, oh my God, I didn't know we have a celeb. I said, okay. So with that, my results came out early, and at least I was, so he's on medication.
That's fantastic.
Although he decided I wanted to go to school, so.
That's good. Thank God for that.
Your children just love school.
Yes.
They can read.
Mariah, have fun now. Congratulations on the successful completion
of your
21-day
prayer fasting.
All your enemies.
All our enemies have died. They are dead because we have burnt them to ashes. But we thank God, it was nice. But interestingly, yesterday was the last day, and a young man, maybe like late 30s, was fighting an old woman, old enough to be his mother, because of seats. Not the seat upstairs. I mean, I'm telling you, the guy got physical, and I'm wondering, what have we been learning for the past 21 days? Like, okay, so it just reminds you that some people just come to church to come and receive blessing, but they don't let the word.
They're not living the life.
They're not living Christian. I was just like no matter what the woman have done.
This is a very hot topic, and I keep saying that Christianity, I thank God for the new learnings that you're learning and you're training your mind. Honestly speaking, God will just be looking at some people and just be shaking his head. We need to prepare ourselves first before you say you want to pray.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know.
We'll make it a hot topic.
Because there are some people that are not praying. They are raking in billions of dollars. They don't need prayers.
With the right principles.
It is the right principles.
Okay, exactly. Well, trust me, people are believing God for just the money to drop down from heaven. Trust me.
Manna.
Let's take a break. When we return, it's Tuesday. We have the front pages of the newspaper. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Yes, welcome back. We're going to start with The Punch. Akwa Ibom State's 2017 Democracy Day celebrations witnesses unprecedented crowd. That's Akwa Ibom's state, right?
He's no longer the governor.
I mean, I always connect him to that state. NBA asks federal government to stop probe of judges' fault anti-graft strategy. 4-man, 5-year-old killed, 14 injured as Lagos building collapses. 34 aspirants jostling to succeed me, says Ajimobi. And slow justice system frustrating fight against corruption.
So you can link those two, NBA asking the federal government to stop persecuting judges. And
with our vice president.
With the judicial system frustrating anti-corruption. Because what the NBA is saying is, you pick these people up, sting operation, months down the line,
nothing.
You don't even have a concrete case against them.
Yeah.
So until you know what you're doing,
right,
don't embarrass them.
Exactly. Which is really similar to what Saraki was saying. Remember recently he was saying that, listen, you do all these things and we have a media trial, but the truth is that the system itself is faulty. You don't have a proper procedure on how to...
But he also said that it invalidates the presence, the status of the judge. Because if you drag my name in mud, somebody can come to the court and say that my judgment is partial because you've tainted the name of the judges. So don't start a case and don't drag my name in the mud unless you're very sure that there is a case against me.
They told them to drop it. So
very
hopefully
true.
We'll see.
Yeah, and it's not to say that the judges are saints.
Yeah.
But at least
it's been 8
let
months.
us believe them.
According to the NBA, it's been 8 months.
And nothing.
And they can't work. They can't.
Meanwhile, everybody will say, those judges, crucify them, kill them, this, that.
Okay, moving on to The Nation. Our scorecard by Osinbajo. Ajimobi, my likely successor will emerge next May. University of Ibadan shot over students' protest. I wanted to read that story, but I forgot to read it. Who has the Osinbajo's story? The scorecard, I think it's just pretty much...
Well, what they've done...
Did you read Ajimobi though?
No.
Nobody read that. Okay, let's move on to Vanguard. 30 states not financially viable, says report. We knew that already. Anxiety over IPOB sit-at-home order today. NURTW leader killed. Scores injured during imposition violence. We focused on bringing persons accused of corruption to book, says Osinbajo. Federal government threatens to close land borders over rice smuggling. And exclusionist policies led to civil war, says Kuka. Right. So, the 30 states not financially able, as I said, viable. Was
30 states. The income from 30 states combined is not even up to what Lagos State is earning. It's a sad state that is very obvious, but I think we need to work actively.
Interestingly, it was Lagos and Ogun State.
Yeah.
Lagos was making about 169%, double of what they get from Abuja.
Hey.
And Ogun State is making 127% of what they get from Abuja.
Edo State is making good with their own.
And River State, yes.
Guess what? Delta, right? Port Harcourt, Bayelsa, they can make as much money as Lagos State.
If only.
Just
ports.
What I even wanted to say was
Calabar.
If every state government actually look inwards, you know, the way Lagos State did when they were not getting federal backing, they would also be viable. And this is what we're saying all the time.
Wow.
I don't know.
Hit the nail right on the head.
Difficulty.
You know why Lagos State looked inward? They weren't
didn't
getting
have
federal allocation. We are back in that kind of situation because we don't even have money from oil. Why are our governors sitting down comfortable, not paying salaries?
So Kogi State said is only owing 12 months. Talk about not owing 15 months, just 12 months.
Building collapse, Mariah.
In Lagos.
In Lagos. This is, I think, it's a face me, I face you story building that had blocks of shops downstairs. The building collapsed. A 9-year-old girl died, and
5-year-old.
No, they wrote 9 somewhere.
All right.
And a man that is, I think, is a bricklayer. My challenge is, of course, the monitoring committee for for buildings. They were there. The LASEMA were there, and all that, because some people were rescued to the hospital. We keep hearing of cases of building collapse, and now it's the raining season. It's going to get worse.
In this situation, Uwa, let me tell you what happened. The landlord actually has stopped collecting rent for the past 6 years. He told them to vacate the building. Now, his contractor asked him to pull down the entire building. He said no, renovate it, but he asked all the landlords to leave, all his tenants to leave. But they refused to because they have nowhere to go. So the tenants were still residing there, and unfortunately, the building collapsed. Now, what they're trying to hold him accountable, saying, even though yes, you told them to leave, but the fact that he was supposed to be totally pulled down and not renovating, so he could be held liable.
Yeah, pulled it down with them inside.
But I even wanted to say that there are so many buildings like that.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That should be marked. A lot of all these people monitoring it. What are they doing?
But they demolish now.
They mark them. They mark them.
But they don't pull through. They now collect bribes and they don't
It's not one day that they came to this Ashangisha. They marked everything X, MOE.
Yes.
And somebody powerful.
Stop them. So what are we talking about?
That the innocents are the ones that suffer at the end of the day because you don't have connections to get your way out.
Because Magodo is highly connected. So Kia, they called, make some phone calls, and everybody just, well, we're assuming. We don't know for a fact.
I was just going to say that.
We're assuming. We're assuming.
I don't say what you don't know.
We're assuming. We're assuming. We don't know. Moving on to Daily Sun. And our last paper for this morning. Federal government spends 600 million naira on arms deal panel.
Again.
It's exaggerated, says committee member.
We need 4 minutes.
Special court on corruption coming. That's our vice president saying. Akpabio applauds federal government on social investment program. Collapsed building kills 2 in Lagos. DSS hands over 82 Chibok girls to ministry. UI shot over students' protest. Government malls border closure over rice smuggling. And sit at home, tension, anxiety in Southeast and South-South. Major headline, yes.
So, the federal government, our new government now, in August 2015, inaugurated a 11-man or 12-man committee to investigate the arms deal of the former government. You know, all of us had shouted about carrying $15 million to South Africa in somebody's private jet and all of that. Anyways, this committee was supposed to only work for 3 months. So by November 30th of 2015, they ought to have finished their jobs. By the time they were cancelled, give me the right word.
Dissolved.
in February 2017, they'd been begging for many extensions. Let us look into they had been collecting. The committee member says 1.8 million per month. Federal government says no, it's 2 million. Anyway, federal government says we spent 600 million on a committee investigating fraud.
It wasn't 600, it was just 300. The committee member said it was just 300. It wasn't 600, it was just 300.
Committee member now said no, that's not possible. They were just 11 of us.
Only 28 million.
We were only collecting 1.8 million. Total so they were collecting 28 million monthly.
And that would have been...
That's small money. In fact, federal government cannot tell us that they spent 600 million. They could not have spent more than 300. In fact, maximum 320 million on us. On what? Feeding. Travel, contingency. They ought to tell us what that means. So, because
I don't understand. For me, it didn't make any sense.
You know, it's the same statement I made, I think, last week when they said that they wanted to raise another panel, the probing of different that the National Assembly had, and I think DSS or something. Repetition of committee. Why do we need a committee when we have a body already to investigate crime? There's EFCC already. Because all these committees that they are setting up to investigate, they will still spend money that they claim not to have.
I wouldn't mind the expenses if we can get a conclusive conviction.
No, I mind it.
The research comes out.
I mind it.
You can justify that, we spent money and we were able to prove that 15 billion was missing.
As YK has said,
the committee means that you come together to drink tea and agree that the problem cannot be solved.
Simple.
That's all.
So that's where we are right now. And 600 million
has gone down the line.
Down the drain.
Jesus Christ.
If you put 600 million in the Nigerian police force,
is it force? There won't be crime.
If you put 600 million
directly in their pockets
in Nigerian police force,
tell them to go and look for those money. They will bring it out.
They would have done the work in 3 months.
Let's take a break, unfortunately. But the guy that was talking, I mean, somebody, they need PR training. They should know how to speak to the people. It's terrible.
No, he was saying no.
It's only 300 million.
Just 300 million. What's wrong
All right,
with
let's take a break.
Chicken feed.
When we come back, do not wish us dead, Obasanjo tells Nigerian youth. We talked about it briefly yesterday, but we're going to dwell on it a bit more today. And later, getting rid of acne and pimples. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, the former president, Olusegun Obasanjo, on Sunday, appealed to Jumoke to desist from wishing him dead. I'm just joking. Appealed to many Nigerian youth to desist from wishing their past leaders, including him, dead, as youth still need their mentoring and advice. According to him, do not wish us dead. Do not wish us to disappear, because you need us. You need us mentors, advisors to prepare you for the future. You need the experience and assistance of some of us to guide you through life. Now, what are your thoughts on this? You can call us on 070-80-668-014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. So they're telling you, you need Atiku's advice, you need Obasanjo's advice, you need, who else are the other leaders that we know? All of them. All of them.
Babangida.
Do you need that advice?
My question to Baba. I saw a picture of him and President Buhari in 1976. Who was advising them when they were in their 20s and their 30s? They made them mistakes. So really and truly, as much as we need our elders, I've had this discussion with Mr. Osointolu that they have experience. So you don't make the mistakes that they made. Yes, I agree. Someone like President Buhari would have been a fantastic defense minister or national security advisor based on their years in the military.
Right.
But President Obasanjo, ex-president, also had a good point when he was saying that Nigeria is a time bomb waiting to happen because you have Boko Haram, IPOB, MASOB, OPC, Niger Delta Avengers. Youth all over Nigeria coming out to say, no, we want this, we want that, we want that. And you must listen to them. That's the only place in which I agree with him.
So, Tokwe, do you, I mean, when Obasanjo said this, because when I read that article, initially I'm thinking, okay, so far, even the young people around them, the kind of advice you're giving to them today, is this something we can actually, do we feel that we've seen the dividends of their guidance so far? I mean, do you agree that we still need the older leaders?
I think he's valid in his fears that we should not wish them dead, because people are actually wishing all these leaders dead. People are wishing them dead because we see that they've been in power for so long and the lives of the young people aren't any better. Right. So they grow up from their teens hoping that, my parents are saying, suffer for a while, it will get better, Nigeria will get better, Nigeria will get better, and you're in your 30s and you're still hoping Nigeria will get better, and the same people from the 70s are still at the helms of affairs till date. So why wouldn't we wish that they would just go? So that they knew, then let's try something different. It's definitely
since they see they're not giving us a chance.
Insanity is when you keep doing the same thing over and over again. So we've been recycling this set of leaders over and over again. They become governor, they go to Senate, they go to House of Rep, they are in the same position and there's nothing changing. So we desire so much change that we voted an old man. And right now we're wondering, okay, maybe we should change the strategy. So the young agitation is worth fearing by our older generation. However, I think that he is in the position of leadership and advisory position right now to all those in the government, because he's been their military and democracy. He shouldn't tell us not to wish him dead. He should tell them to be scared of us wishing them dead so much that they do something positive.
Thanks for that statement, Jumoke. I think you just hit the nail on the head, because recently at the APC rally, there were lots of scores injured. Some people actually were in the hospital because youth rebelled over imposition, according to what the papers are saying. And it seems like the youth are getting angry.
We are.
They're getting upset. So it's almost as though you said, get involved. If we get involved, give us an opportunity. We get involved and still we don't see the opportunity because they are recycling the same old over and over. So we're saying we're wishing them dead or they're going through the violence, because obviously getting involved isn't solving the problem.
Talk to them.
I want to sing a song. That song that we used to sing. Parents, listen to your children. They say we are the leaders of tomorrow. Try to pay our school fees and teach us sound education. Now, they said this over and over again, that we were the leaders of tomorrow. We have come, tomorrow has come. You have not given us the opportunity to lead.
Tomorrow has become yesterday.
Now, the educational sector that was supposed to reform our minds, to think beyond now, think for the future. You have destroyed the educational sector. That children these days, they are thinking, who is that uncle that I know? Who is that one that I know? They're not thinking, how can I be a solution to the problems of Nigeria? Nobody is thinking that. They're thinking, how can I get a 9 to 5? Or how can I go and look for a political leader? Somebody was telling me last week, you need a godfather.
Or do music.
You need a godfather. So I was wondering, Where do we draw the line? You see, the heart of a child, I love children to death because children don't hold anything in their heart. You spank them now, the next minute they raise their hands, they want you to carry them. Older people, you are set in your ways. And that is why this bickering and all this drama happening will continue to happen. Because you do not like the face of somebody does not mean that the person is not good at their job.
Right.
And that is what we see these older people do. You have a score to settle with Murayo. Murayo is the best person, the best girl for this job. Because I have an issue with Murayo, I take her to one side and bring an incompetent Jumoke to come and take the job.
Right.
Because of my old ways.
And nepotism.
We need
fresh blood.
Fresh blood.
We need freshness.
So, in other words, we really are wishing them dead. Is that what you're saying?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not wishing them dead.
Let me take this call for Marvelous. Because it sounds like we're wishing them dead. Marvelous, are you there?
Oh,
so sorry.
But the fear
Right.
should not make them now keep impoverishing people, because of what they're doing. They've successfully killed the education sector because they know that if we are more aware, we would fight them. So they kill us and they let us acquire the knowledge we can use to empower ourselves to fight them. They shouldn't be scared on that one. They should be scared of the fact that their fear should drive them towards positively changing the environment. The fear should drive every government to know that, if I step out today now, they can just mug me.
Right.
Don't go and gather police officers, because police officers are also not getting well paid. It should make you go to the streets and make sure that everybody on the streets of your state are eating. Don't say they've not been paid for 12 months. The fear should cause revolution in the leaders.
Exactly. So for Obasanjo to talk to youth today, what's his music to our ears is if he's saying, listen, I'm going to endorse young people. We're coming out there. We're going for this local government election is coming out. I'm going to support ABC, this person. Now that's music to our ears. You're saying that we're giving you the opportunity to take leadership.
Not giving us a Yardua. We remember, we have not forgotten that he was the one that endorsed a Yardua.
What has even happened is that a lot of young people...
Let me pause you.
Oh, okay.
I have Ikemefuna. I don't lose this call. Ikemefuna, are you there?
Yeah, good morning.
Morning. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
Thank you. Please, I kind of agree with Baba.
Okay.
But I want him to tell us how the problem will be solved. And what he's going to do to help the Nigerian youth to grow, to get out of the problem they are inside. He should give us a solution, not just saying, don't wish us dead.
Okay.
He should give us a solution.
All right.
Thank you. God bless.
Mario,
Thank you very much.
when our parents, this same old generation, when they went to school, in their universities, they had people doing laundry for them. They had free food. As in, it is wicked. It is wickedness. It is wickedness that you enjoy something so good, right? You say, this one, now let me go enjoy them. No other person will enjoy it. That is what they have done. Because you have destroyed the system so much. Imagine if they had built on whatever it was that was existing. We would be living in heaven right now. The resources are there. Murayo, you hear that one person buried $10 billion. For goodness sake, if it is not the highest level of greed. You know, I don't even understand.
For his
what kind of future is that? What kind of future is that?
Whatever the shortcomings of Senator Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and a lot of people have a lot of things against him, you cannot take away from him that he has brought young people into governance that have become leaders. And I'm talking about Governor Fashola, now Minister, Governor Ambode, and many other people like that he grooms as a leader. No one knew that we had a 40-year-old Oni waiting somewhere to become a leader.
Right.
They told us we weren't ready. But there are 30-year-old Adebola Williams. There are Toyosis that can take the position now.
There's Dio Israel.
And you will guide. Guess what? We're having local government elections in Lagos State where lots of young people are vying.
And we're so excited for them.
But guess what? The leaders who have been there for 30 years,
recycling.
They do not want to leave because it is very rewarding to constantly stay there. So they've amassed wealth. They are able to fight the system, corrupt the system with the wealth they've amassed, and they refuse to leave. Even they have a poverty mindset.
It's terrible.
That you refuse to leave power because you're afraid that you are going to go hungry. Because there's no system, there's no healthcare, there's nothing.
Let me take this call from John. John, are you there?
Morning.
Morning. Thanks for calling. Go ahead, please.
You know, there is no need for you to even wish the leaders dead, because I believe they should be alive and see we the younger ones growing, leading well.
Thank you.
Because me, if I was supposed to make a law in this country, I would say once you go for a tenure in Nigeria, you don't even have opportunity to even go for another one again.
Me too.
Because you see those leaders from a councillor to local government chairman to a house of assembly to governor, before you know, you see them in Abuja again. They don't even want to leave anything for we the youth. Thank you. God bless
Please,
you.
I want to implore the young
Sweet.
people, because we have a lot of them that are angry. But we mustn't go into violence because we'll just lose our lives.
Violence
so let us
solve the
advocate, let's make noise, but don't be lured, don't be armed by these people into violence.
Right.
It won't solve any problem.
Bakari says, our past leaders have failed the country. People wish them dead because they will keep complicating issues. Taurik's rule says, Obasanjo's death doesn't even lie in our hands. He channels his plea to his creator. He seems scared of death. Sketchish Money says, we need the old people to live in a country where unemployment is rife. Nigeria cannot afford to have people sit tight. Kunle Adelabu says, I find it silly that Nigerians reward coup plotters, presidents and governors. They let us hear why pay them pensions. Last one, White Lion says, the youth don't wish them dead, though. The youth wish them out. We are tired of their old faces in politics.
Fantastic. I think we can end with that.
Yes.
So we're not asking anybody to die. We're just saying
Leave, please.
Just
Leave peacefully.
Excuse us. Let us move on. Go ahead. All
We
right.
will happily pay you pension.
All right. That's all we can take on this segment. It's Tuesday. Don't forget, we're talking about health issues also. So when we come back, getting rid of acne and pimples. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Thanks for staying with us. So, talking acne. Acne is a very, very common condition of the skin. But doctors usually write it off as normal part of reaching maturity. Report has it that 80% of people get acne between the ages of 8 and 18. And about 80% of pimples are caused by acne. Joining us is an aesthetic dermatologist specialist in anti-aging and acne, and the CEO of Be Naturals, Pamela Bello Olatuji. Welcome to the show.
Finally.
I can see the anti-aging on your skin. Like, goodness, you look like you're 22 or something. You can call us on 070-8066-8014. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweet. So,
Maya, let me quickly just tell you a funny story. I think I met her about 10 years ago or thereabout, where I had a lot of acne. I was reacting to a product that I had used. And they had been going severally, and one day she just said, you know what, next time you come, I'll work on you. After that, acne disappeared.
wow.
Jumoke herself disappeared.
So that's a sales endorsement. But
I never went back.
but let's go to acne.
Yes, because for me, everybody that knows me, I didn't used to have acne at all on my face. Then, you know, because the statistics says 80% from
8 to 18.
age to 8 to 18. But I am in my 30s and I started having acne, and is, you know, the scars are there. It's proving difficult, you know, to get rid of it. What do you think would be the possible cause of it, and you know, how easy is it to get rid of it at your older age?
Older age. As a matter of fact, some people do not realize that acne is actually even more prevalent in adults. Wow. There is actually, forget the preteen acne, all that, but there's also real acne in adults. Okay. And this is caused by several reasons. Hormonal. Don't forget, as you go from one level to another, things change in your body, and then a lot of other hormones are induced. That causes that. And then also a lot of products sometimes. Also, you have systemic acne, and then you have the acne that are induced by things we do topically and some of the things we fail to do. So basically,
some people say that the reaction of you're using too much makeup might give you acne. And then some will say, oh, I'm too stressed. Okay. So which is more prevalent among adults?
I will tell you really that stress acne will be more, is more. The makeup that you used, makeup is topical. If you do the most important thing, which is clean off your makeup after each day, you will be saved from the effect of makeup causing acne for you. But yes, really, stress is an issue, yes, because when stress also, there are also hormones that are induced by stress.
Okay, let's go back. I want you to just go a few steps back to young girls. I mean, maybe not as old as we are, but young, maybe late teens or mid-teens, young girls trying to deal with acne. Now, as a young girl, I was asked to use the toner, the cleanser. There's just so many things I had to use. And I was so confused. And the acne kept coming back and coming back. And I had a really bad case of acne growing up. So for people like that, young teenagers, even, how do they deal with acne? Okay.
The thing really is, acne is not such a terrible disease to handle.
Right.
The first thing is make sure you use products that are skin type specific.
Right.
Skin type specific is the key word.
Okay.
That is really, if you have oily skin, you will make sure that you use products
for oily skin.
For oily skin. Okay. And those products for oily skin will contain a lot of things. One, there are key ingredients also you look out for in the products: salicylic acid, or benzoyl peroxide, sometimes tea tree oil. These are specific ingredients that a product must contain if it should deal with this.
Yes.
Then if you use them well, some people I see, oh, I have acne and that's why I don't use any, I don't use any cream on my face. That is a killer right there. Your skin must drink something. You must feed it. And if it doesn't have water to drink and it's thirsty, it will signal something in its head, I am thirsty, and it will produce something. Your skin will just be producing more oil. But really, if you feed it well, but you fed it with good water, which is a good moisturizer, just keep the skin clean. Another important thing is, a lot of people also, you see, they have what they think is acne, but it's really not acne.
It's a reaction to something.
It's a reaction to something that they are using.
Okay.
Reaction to, especially the skincare products these days, that there is absolutely no regulation, absolutely no control. Everybody does what they want. Everybody mixes what they want. And that's the one we call the steroid acne. You see it. It comes in form of rashes on the face, and it has no mouth. So it's just the very dry pimple all over their faces, and start from here and then here. And then somebody, you see it, you know. Sometimes when you see the direction of where the acne is, you know what is causing it. So how it presents itself also tells you what the cause. Yes.
Okay, because I'm in the beauty industry as well, and I know how expensive it is sometimes to deal with situations like this. So for somebody that is young and you have, you know, breakout and all that, tell me like the duration, usually how long it takes to get rid of it, and how affordable is it?
Let's say, if you are born with oily skin, you are born with oily skin.
Okay.
You cannot change that.
Okay.
There is nothing that moves the skin from oily to dry.
Really?
Nothing.
I think
All
the
you
skin
can
type
do,
changes with age.
no. All you can do is manage it. Use, again, like we say, skin type specific product to reduce the oil in your skin, and then to add moisture to your skin if you are dry.
Okay.
So all that said, what will you do? Little money, make sure you have a good cleanser. The cleanser is key. As simple, as easy as it, people focus more on the other things they put and don't mind whatever they use to wash their face. But really, the cleanser is key, which is the foundation that any skincare regimen is built on, is the cleanser. Make sure you get the right one. You watch what it contains. Some people also have acne, but their skin is so sensitive, it reacts to benzoyl peroxide.
Like mine.
Yes, so those people, tea tree oil will do, salicylic acid will do, and then you go from cosmetic strength to medical grade. So you go from 5% salicylic acid, which is even medical grade, then to benzoyl peroxide 10%. You can, in normal cosmetics over-the-counter products, you get about 2%.
All this grammar for face, I'm so tired.
No, but I wanted to ask a question. You see, there's a new fad, the fad of I studied cream mixing. I have, and they have taken over the industry in Nigeria. Adverts and all that. And I tried to study when I went to the US. I wanted to, I do makeup, so I wanted to learn, let me just do small skincare. The stringent procedure before you can even be seen doing pedicure. The hygiene level that is required for you in developed countries, we don't even have anything close to it here. Everybody can just pick up street and say they are pressing the pimple and squeezing your face. What are you doing? As I know you've been in the industry for many years, and what are you doing to galvanize it? Your thoughts on it, and what are you doing to cause a change?
To tell you the truth, that is every skincare specialist's nightmare. Is the fact that we can be left alone, an industry as huge as this is, and as close to health as this is, can be left without regulation. It's mind-breaking and it's heartbreaking. Nigeria is actually the only country, I think, right now, on the West African sub-region without a licensing structure. Listen,
license?
Yes, no, everybody, you can just come and do whatever you want to. Listen, I studied aesthetic dermatology. What I am doing, but nobody has even come to any of my premises to say, all these things that you're doing here, let's see the paperwork. Nobody has come, and we do quite a lot. Nobody has come to see our paperwork, see the qualifications of the staff, see what are we doing. Health and safety issues are nothing, standards are nothing. So basically, we need to begin to work on this. But fortunately, we have come together as a group. There's now APSMAN, is the Association of Practitioners of Spa and Medical Aesthetics of Nigeria. So right now, as we speak, you know, there are various, everybody is on committee levels right now, bringing up what the standards should be, who can practice, who cannot practice, what is allowed, what is not allowed, and all those things. And then also schools are coming up. Schools are coming up. People are now real serious in education in the industry. We have just opened a school in Ilukbeju, the Spectrum Beauty Academy.
Let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we're going to take some phone calls and tweets on this matter. I know a lot of people are worried about pimples and acne and a lot of skincare mixing. It's really concussion.
The concussion.
Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back. Welcome back to Your View.
Yes, thanks for staying with us. So I want to talk about all the concussions people mix. Glutathione is a major product we hear. There are people, I know that, what's that one? That one that bleaches your skin. Yeah, the hydroquinone.
People have moved on that one now. So they take glutathione injections, they take the supplements.
Is it safe?
Egyptian milk.
You see, sometimes when you are trying to solve a problem, I know it is, government wanted to do the right thing, but they gave hydroquinone such a bad name that they drove people underground. Now, when they drove people underground, what did they end up with? You have the mercury and the steroids that they mix. Now, that is, listen, that's only like 2 ways to lighten your skin. The natural one, when you use all the one they call the natural lighteners, that is the lime, the glycolic acid, the lactic acid, the licorice. These are natural lighteners. You use hydroquinone, or you use mercury and steroid. That is it. This is slow and nice and natural because what it does, it stimulates the skin to renew itself. This is a chemical, that is the hydroquinone. It's not amazing for your skin, but under a dermatologist's care, it can be managed with good and controlled with sunscreens. But this is a killer. It goes straight into the liver. And because mercury is a metal, it really does not go away. It stays there, and then after some time, it begins to manifest as different problems.
Does that have effect on pregnancy?
Of course.
Let me take this call from Maiduguri. Aisha, are you there?
All this ignorance that is killing
Aisha. Oh, sorry, we lost that call. Jumoke was going to, go ahead.
Does it have impact on, like, you know, you're pregnant and you're trying to maintain, because I see people that are pregnant, I don't want to get black. So I'm using stuff to ensure that I don't.
So dangerous, it's unbelievable. You cannot even. Everything you put on your skin goes right inside. It goes into your bloodstream.
Jeez.
So if it is not good for you, it cannot be good for the baby. Okay. And then another one is the glutathione. The injections. Listen, yes, it is an antioxidant. It's called the master antioxidant. It cleanses the body. It renews everything renewable. And the side effect is skin lightening. But remember, it's a cell multiplier. What it means is it will multiply the good ones, but it will also multiply the bad ones. It is used usually before they started using it in skincare. It is used like after chemo and everything when all the cells are dead. It's one of the drugs that they give people who are immediately after chemo to make sure everything begins to work again. And then in the process,
you get light.
You get lighter. Now, it renews it. But you can have one little thing sitting inside you that God has left for you and is hiding you and it's not causing a problem. Then you begin to pump yourself with these injections.
And it becomes cancerous.
And it becomes cancerous. It becomes an issue. Jeez. And you don't even know the source.
Let me take this call. Mercy. Mercy, are you still there?
Yes, I'm there.
Thanks for calling. Go ahead. Blessing, go ahead, please.
I want to...
We can hear you, Blessing. Go ahead, please.
I want to ask about the specific cream that someone
Reduce your
can
TV
use
screen,
for
please.
pimples.
We can't hear you, Blessing. Reduce your TV screen, please.
Anyway,
she wants
I want
specific
to
cream.
ask about the specific cream someone can actually use for pimples.
For pimples.
Okay, we can't talk about brands here. But
what I've realized that we won't have all the time to answer all the questions. People need to speak to them because you have individual solutions for each person. But the basic things that we need to know as we run off: solution. Someone has acne in adulthood. What do they need to do generally?
Generally, best solution: talk to an expert. Come. They will look at you, determine what is causing this acne, and based on what they think is causing the acne, a protocol will be prepared for you that will take care of the situation.
Okay, is there a website we can get the names? This committee or this group of this body of specialists, so that we can actually
Appsman.com. Yes, Association
so we go there, we can now see the various people who are properly licensed to actually carry out this kind of treatments for us. You don't want to go to all these side corners and
there's so many questions.
So many questions online.
So my face is oily. What can I do? Pimples all over my face. What can I do about it? That's from Adekule and Nyola.
Nyola, wash your face, preferably with a product, a cleanser that is for oily skin, and use a good moisturizer and a sunscreen.
A hydrating moisturizer.
Yes, a hydrating moisturizer.
Chiboy says, morning ladies, I get only one pimple on my face once a month, but I usually get breakouts on my arms and back. What can I do?
Same solution really, but back acne is actually an issue, and that is probably because you are not able to clean your back as much as you should. But be that as it may, there are also body washes specifically for the back.
Fruits and vegetables. Yeah, says any other natural ways to treat acne, like eating fruits and vegetables?
It's very good, but don't forget, just make sure you stay away from fat and starch. Okay. Those are all the grains are good. Take it, the grains are good. The colors are not amazing, but they are better than the starch. Yes, they're better than the white.
Is it that's Tauric's rule that we can use our saliva to get rid of pimples? But a lot of people say that because I've heard tomatoes, I've heard what's it called?
Tomatoes,
pepper,
yes, because of what it contains.
You know, so now I'm hearing saliva that I'm not
urine.
What about urine? Well, I think one thing I've taken off from here is that always leave your face moisturized because your face must feed on something.
Yes.
Because I used to feel that leaving it without oil, without anything, would not let the pimples come out or whatever. But now it's good to know that you always moisturize your face.
Yes, your face needs it.
So hydrating moisturizers.
Yes.
I think that's all we can take on this.
We need another conversation.
We have to round up.
Oh, I can hook them up too.
We really need you to come back because a lot, especially with the mixing of cream, it's so prevalent today.
No, we
people
need to
are
bring you back on
turning
that
and turning.
all through the show.
We're going to bring all sorts of things and even the natural mixtures.
People want to be yellow fish.
We want to be like you.
Ready.
All right, that's all we can take on the show. I hope you've learned as much as we have. Have a lovely day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.